Hey guys, it's Philip here, and today I'm gonna show you guys how I made this. So guys, we are now with the project open, and first thing I want to talk about is the drums. First thing, we have here a long fill. Then we have the kick, the clap, kick and clap. Then we have this fill right here. Then we have this sound. It's a drum loop. Then we have this hat. Second hi-hat. Together they sound like this. Then we have this sound. I have here the fade stereo enabled, which pans from left to right throughout the sound, and it sounds really good in the mix. Perk loop, second perk loop, together they sound really well. The last element, which is this guy right here, it's a whoosh sound, but it kind of sounds like a kick drum or an impact with a lot of reverb. Now for the drum processing, we have here the kick, which is assigned to the first track. We have here a parametric EQ. These frequencies I didn't like because it wasn't working really well with the bass line, and these top frequencies as well was bothering me. Then we have shaper box to cut the tail of the kick, because originally this kick has a really long tail. So I had to cut it so the kick can work better with the bass line. Then we have the clap, which we don't have any processing. I believe the only drum sound that is processed, is the kick. That's the only sound that's assigned to a track. The other sounds, as you can see, I always mix with this volume knob. Why? Because I'm lazy. I always like to mix with this knob. I don't usually assign a sound to a track and mix it here. So as you can see, all these other sounds, I mix them with this volume knob. So pretty much for the drums, what you have to do is to pick really good sounds, high quality sounds that really work with each other, and just balance them out. Just balance the sounds, and if it sounds good, it sounds good. That's what I always say to myself. So guys, now we have the bass line. This is how the bass line sounds. It's 3 layers, and the first layer sounds like this. Second layer sounds like this. And third layer sounds like this. This is more of a tonal layer. These sounds are from, the 3 of them are from Nexus 3. For the people that don't have Nexus 3, don't worry about, I will consolidate the sound so you guys can still play the FLP and learn a little bit more about it. For the processing, these two first sounds right here, these two, are assigned to the track number 2. And for the processing, we have OTT, Camel Crusher, FLP Filter Pro Q3 with this with a huge boost from 89 Hz to 180 Hz, and another boost here on this area. Parametric EQ2 to decrease a little bit the sub frequencies because they were too loud, and it was not sounding good with the kick, so I need to lower them a bit. And another boost here around 2000 Hz. Another compressor with the preset attack reduction. It kind of reduces the attack like the preset said, and because it was too attacky before, and it sounds better with this compressor. Fat filter for filtering purposes on the track, and shaper box. If you don't have this plugin, I highly recommend you to buy it, or to download from the internet, you know, do some piracy. I don't know. You need to put your hands on this plugin. It's really good. Mainly because of this feature. You can have 3 bands, a low and mid and high band. But I have 2 bands. This band here is controlling the mids and the low frequencies, and this band here is controlling the mid, high and high frequencies. So here you can set the mix for the sidechain at 60%, and here you can set the mix to 78% in this case. So it's really good because you kind of keep the transients, the high frequencies of the bass, you make them more present in the mix. They don't duck aggressively. So it sounds good, it sounds way better. And I choose the preset sidechain 5, and I did this. I separated these 2 bands, and they have 2 different mix levels. So without the processing, the bass sound like this. With the processing, it sounds more fat, and you hear a lot of detail because the compressors here, they brought up a lot of detail to the surface. It sounds more fat, period. And yes guys, that's it for the bass. Now guys, we have the automations. The first automation that I want to talk about is this one, the Nexus 3 channel pitch. So as you can see during the track, the bass, the pitch of the bass goes up and then down. Here it goes down, here it goes up again. So you guys now are probably wondering how one automation clip is controlling 3 sounds. In the past, what I used to do was to create different automation clips for every single synthesizer that I wanted to control the pitch. And it was a pain in the ass, to be honest. Most of you guys probably know this, but some people probably don't know. So what I do is to pick the first synth that I want to control, that I want to manipulate the pitch, and to create an automation clip. I create the automation clip, and the automation clip appears here on your playlist. Then for the second synthesizer, don't create another automation clip. For the second synthesizer, what you want to do is to link to controller, because when you create an automation clip, you create a controller. So you choose the exact same name that the first automation clip that you created for the first synthesizer. You choose the exact same name. So you choose the Nexus 3 channel pitch in this case. And that's it. All you want to do is then click accept, and you're good to go. And do the same thing for the third synthesizer. Link the controller and choose Nexus 3 channel pitch. And that's it, guys. It will control all three sounds at the same time. The second automation, it's the endless smile. The endless smile, it's on the master chain. So it controls all elements in the track. I wanted to filter the low frequencies of the track and to add a little bit of reverb, you know, so the track before the drop sounds quieter and thinner. So when the drop hits, it hits harder. And that's what this automation clip is doing here. So the third and final automation clip, it's just the filter cutoff for the bass line. As you can see, the bass here starts filter it. And here on the before the second part of the drop, it kind of filters down slowly. So last but not least, what I want to talk about is the mastering, the master chain. So in the master chain, what I have, it's a Ozone 8, but it's only using the post EQ. Next, we have the Fab Filter Pro C2 with the EDM Punch preset. I always use this preset when I produce house music, progressive house, tech house, future house. I always use this preset. It's really good. Then we have OTT to compress even more the signal and to make the song more fat. Then we have Endless Smile for filtering purposes on the track. Then we have a limiter, Fab Filter Pro L2. I always use this preset, EDM Aggressive. It's a really good preset for house music, and I always like to combine with Invisible Limiter. Here we have Span. This is a spectrum analyzer, so you can see the full frequency spectrum of your track. It's a really good tool. And then we have Violin Loudness Meter. Like the name says, it's a loudness meter. And that's it for the mastering. Guys, you will have access to this mastering chain, but keep in mind, this mastering chain is specific to this track. Every song is unique, and you need to do your unique tweaks. You need to have a master chain that is correct for the specific track that you're producing. You know, not every track is the same. So keep that in mind. So guys, that's the end of this video, and don't forget to download the free FLP, the link is on the description. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and follow me on Instagram, and see you on the next video. Peace!